Hey, welcome to another episode of Cool Places Across America with CNL. I'm Chuck. Lori and Leroy are taking this week off. I'm on the road. I'm actually heading to Pottsville, Pennsylvania to do a little volunteer work. But first, I'm going to do a little bit of hiking. That's coming up next here on Cool Places Across America with CNL. Okay, welcome back. I'm at Memorial Lake State Park, actually really close to Fort Indiantown Gap near Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And I'm on the Woodlawn Trail, and I'm gonna hike to this viewpoint of the lake, and I'm gonna take you along. It shouldn't be that long of a hike. Maybe round trip is roughly 2 miles. I'll leave more information in the description below, but here we go. Okay, as I'm walking on this trail, wooded trail, beautiful trail, right next to the lake, you can see it here, Memorial Lake State Park, near Fort Indiantown Gap. It's about 230 acres of fun, obviously some fishing, some hiking. There's not a lot of trails here, but what's here is nice. It's kind of like one of those parks where you just come hang out, have a picnic. There's some parking areas. It looks like maybe 3 different parking areas. Obviously boating, fishing, kayaking. I know that they've had events here. The other thing is, because it's almost right next to Fort Indiantown Gap, which is a military base for the Pennsylvania National Guard, you may see some military activities every once in a while. You know, every once in a while you'll see some or hear some live gun rounds going off on the, I guess, on the shooting ranges. You might see some military vehicles driving through the area. But in general, this is a very peaceful park. You can come here, relax, enjoy the environment, and get a good walk in if you want. If you're traveling near I-81, it's not far off of Interstate 81. Yeah, if you're traveling through the area, I encourage you. You might even see some wildlife up here too. Okay, I've just come up to the next parking lot. I started off at the lower parking lot. I guess this is the middle one, and I've come to a picnic area. Yeah, imagine this. Yeah, sitting at one of these picnic tables in the summer. Yeah, fishing. You know, right there, fish there. I don't know if you can see, but over here there's some kayakers. But what a great place to just come and relax, have a picnic, have a walk, plenty of parking, and a great atmosphere. So one of the problems Pennsylvania's having are, you can see these spotted lanternflies. You know, they're kind of invasive and they're threatening the area. So, you know, when you come to these state parks, you gotta be careful. And, you know, there's other things that you gotta be careful of when you're at these types of locations, such as all these types of snakes that might be in the area. But for the most part, this is pretty safe. And of course, if you need a restroom, there's restrooms here. So it's nice to have these available too. And for those of you with e-cars, Yeah, one thing you're seeing at a lot of Pennsylvania state parks are these charging stations. In this case, there's 2 here. And if you don't own a boat, you can come here and you can rent them. They have boats available. Looks like maybe even some kayaks. As we continue this hike, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Okay, so that was the middle road parking lot area of the Memorial Lake State Park here near Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Now I'm on what's called the Lakeside Trail, and this will take me to the next parking area, which they call the upper parking area. And again, it's just a cinder trail, kind of follows the lake, and eventually should get to that parking area and then the dam. So here we go, let's check this out too. Okay, like I said earlier in this episode, every once in a while you'll see some military exercises, some military activities, and that was just a helicopter that flew over the state park from the nearby Fort Indiantown Gap. Pennsylvania National Guard trained there, and I guess they're headquartered there too. So yeah, you might see stuff like that every once in a while here too. I've come to the dam, Memorial Lake State Park, and I'm gonna walk across it, and somewhere over here there's supposed to be a good angle. What I'm seeing so far in my walk, a lot of people walking. I saw some dogs being walked, a biker, a number of people fishing, some boaters, and of course that one helicopter from Fort Indiantown Gap. But yeah, this is a pretty nice place to stay or hang out and enjoy the weather and so forth. I will say one thing, you probably can't hear it on this video, but since you're so close to Interstate 81, I can hear that in the background too. So you will have some traffic noise here as well. But for the most part, when you're on the far side of the lake, you can't really hear that at all. Now, let's walk across the dam. Okay, so I've hiked almost halfway around the lake. There's another little trail here. I'm just gonna go down and explore that. And then and the trail kind of ends. It goes to a road back to where we started. But I'm at that location where if you look at the map of Memorial Lake State Park, it's supposed to be a photographic area. I'm sitting here at a picnic table. There's some benches. Next to me there's actually somebody fishing in a boat. And again, this beautiful, beautiful view. You can also see the mountains behind me too, which are nice. Imagine in the fall when they're turning colors, they're going to be beautiful. And certainly in the summer when they're green and so forth, they're really beautiful. But yeah, so this is Memorial Lake State Park, right off Interstate 81, near Lebanon, Pennsylvania, near Fort Indiantown Gap. There are other things in the area that you can do. There's a local restaurant called Funk's that a lot of people enjoy. They make their own beer there too, from what I understand. If you want to try some local beer, that might be one you want to try. But I'm gonna boogie out of here for now, and I'm gonna hunker down tonight in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, because tomorrow I'm volunteering at a booth at the Yuengling Lager Jogger. I grew up in Pottsville, and I ran cross country for Pottsville High School back in the 80s, and there's a group of us from back in the 80s, and we've recruited others from the 70s and from the 90s to try to form an alumni association. So we're using the Lager Jogger to get the word out, and we're trying to start the first ever Pottsville area high school cross country alumni race to help raise funds for the current team, to help them with their needs and to help the school district. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to take you to the Yuengling Lager Jogger, which is actually a very challenging 5K through the streets of Pottsville. It begins near the Yuengling Brewery, which, if you're not familiar, it's America's oldest brewery. They're known for their lager and their black and tan and several other styles of beer that if you're traveling through the area, it's well worth trying. They have brewery tours. Now, I won't be able to do a brewery tour tomorrow because of the race, but I'm going to show you the race atmosphere. I did run it a few years ago with my high school teammates, and this is where this whole idea started to percolate about, hey, we need to find a way to help the current team raise some funds. So that's tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you then. All right, I'm back, and I'm in Pottsville now, doing the volunteer work, and I will turn around and you can see in the background right there, that's Yuengling, home of the country's oldest brewery. And I'm at the Yuengling Lager Jogger volunteering, and I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of how this day goes here. How was it?
It was fun. I love the hills.
Well, there you have it, the Yuengling Lager Jogger. You saw the crowds. I really enjoyed working the booth. It was fun catching up with old friends. It was also fun meeting new people. But this is where I think I'm going to end it. It's been a long day. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Cool Places Across America with C&L. I invite you to watch the next episode as they come out. And if you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to subscribe. like this video, and then smash that bell to be notified of future episodes. But until then, from cool places across America with CNL, I want to wish everybody happy travels.